Good morning, weenies, and welcome back to another video of Wiener Walks. Today is a pretty interesting topic, something that I have gone through for a long time in my life, and something that you all might be going through or have gone through in your lives. I think the only proper way of beginning this video is by asking you all a question, and that question is, are you alone? And I'm not asking in the literal sense, right? Of course, most of us have parents and siblings, aunts and uncles, but I mean figuratively. Do you feel alone? You do? Okay, good. Good, right? Why is that good? Let me explain. I remember this feeling started around 6 years ago. Right after I graduated high school and my friends went off to different colleges. I remember sitting at lunch one day all by myself, and then it happened time and time again. And I just kept thinking, why am I alone? Why is nobody with me? And I would always think how terrible this feeling was. Later did I realize that this is probably one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. I used to hear people tell me this, and they still tell me till this day, oh, you just need to find a girlfriend, you just need to find somebody to spend time with, you won't be alone anymore. And I just keep laughing because they get it wrong every time. I'm not discrediting the idea of having a significant other, because of course some people, they make you very, very happy, they change your life for the better, and you should appreciate that. But something you need to appreciate more is that time you have to yourself. That's the time where you truly become who you are. You can't really do that when you have somebody by your side, right? Because they don't know what's going on in your head, even if you tell them. They're not going to understand who you are more than you. You never know who you truly are unless you're alone. Forgive me if I'm about to sound really dark right now, but you don't need anybody in your life. You truly don't. When it comes to controlling who's in your life and who's not, you really don't have much control. I mean, yeah, there might be a friend that you've had for a while, but then they've done something and it upset you, so then you no longer want to be friends with them. But then there's just some people that you've been friends with for a long time, and for whatever reason, you don't talk to them anymore, and they don't talk to you. You're not angry with them, they're not angry with you. Things have just changed, and now you are where you are. At this point, you've probably come to the realization that, oh no, I'm alone again. I don't want to be alone. I want to have another friend. That's fine. Go find another friend. But guess what? You're going to be alone after you stop talking to them. So the only real solution to this problem is to embrace that loneliness. You guys have probably heard me say it in my first video, Confessions of a Wiener, to embrace the loneliness, and boy is that true. Once you get over that little rut, or that emotional state of not wanting to be alone, and you actually embrace the idea, you start to realize that the people that come into your life are nothing but distractions. As delightful as it might sound to have somebody by your side, it really isn't. Because they're not the ones accomplishing all these great things. You are. You're the one putting in the effort. You're the one waking up in the morning and making sure that these things get done. Yeah, sure, they might be there to support you, but at the end of the day, you're going to say to yourself, I'm the one that did it, all by myself. And for that, you should be proud. I used to dread the idea of eating lunch or dinner by myself. And now I couldn't be happier, because that's the time that I get to spend all to myself. That's the time that nobody gets to interfere with. That's the time where I get to truly reflect on all the things that I have done and all the things that I intend to do. Don't try and fight reality. It is what it is. You're alone, and you can either accept it and move on with your life, or you can try and figure out a way as to how you can run away from it. It's true that you need help sometimes. I'm not saying by any means to get rid of all these people and move to India and become a monk. No, not at all. I'm just saying that if you're suffering from this loneliness, then the best way to solve that issue is to simply embrace it. The sooner that you accept these truths, the sooner you'll become a happier person. I'm only telling you this based off the experiences that I've gone through. And you might have gone through different experiences that have led you to a different life. The only concern I have is if you're to wake up tomorrow in a world where there's nobody at all, and you're just completely alone, and then you realize how crazy you really are. That is one of my biggest concerns. Of course, it's never going to happen where this entire place is going to be wiped out and there's only going to be one person left. But up here, this is true. You are stuck in a world where there's nobody in it except yourself. So then you go crazy. The world that I live in is exactly the same as the world that you're living in. We are all alone in this world. But it's only up to you to cope with it. I know I have. If you ever reach that moment where you feel like you're truly alone in this world, do not run away from it. Embrace that feeling and become one with it. Always keep in mind, weenies, be a wiener, not a winner. I'll see you tomorrow.